Airbnb owns your bookings, not you, not your pricing, not your reviews. The algorithm decides when you will perform, but you can take control of the algorithm. And here's how to play to win. Let's talk about it. So how does Airbnb work? Well, as you can read the three words right here: impressions, clicks, bookings. Well, these are more so the metrics we are tracking on a KPI standpoint, but what actually moves the needle forward, what pulls the strings or to make these work right here. We're tracking a few things. Impressions. There's two types of impressions. Impressions overall and first page impressions. We want to be at 45 to 60% on Airbnb's first page impression right here. Why? Well, because, one, we'll never go above the 65% consistently, week over week, month over month. We'll never be above this. If you are, congrats. I don't know what to tell you. You're doing a great job. If you're not, it's where most people sit, below this 45% right here. We need to figure out how can we get this number up. I'll talk about it in a second. I'm going to go through KPIs first. Number two, we need to figure out how do we actually get clicks on our bookings and how do we track that and how much do we want to be at? 12 to 18% consistently. We can always get above 18%. It always happen, but it's doable. There's no cap on what we want to be on this number right here. Clicks, 12 to 18%. We want to increase that number consistently. We never want to be below 12%. If we're below 12, we know we have work to do. And bookings, how do we get bookings? What number are we tracking right here? Listing to booking conversion rate. We're looking at 1 to a 2.5% conversion rate. And there's a right balance to this. Impressions, we're never getting above that. If we are, great, don't do anything. Clicks, same thing. If you're above the 18%, great, don't do anything, don't touch it because it's working. And bookings, if we're above 2.5% though, we're probably getting booked too much. You hear me talk about the right price at the right time? Well, the right price has to deal with this. Are we leaving money on the table? And number two, if we're below 1%, well, we might be priced too high. We never want to be priced too high at a certain date. So overall, those are the metrics we are tracking: impressions, clicks, and bookings. You know what? Most people won't tell you the actual metrics. But we're here getting free game. Let's talk about it. So how do we actually move the needle forward for impressions? Like I said, 45 to 60% is the ideal range. How do we get to 45 to 60%? There's different factors that pulls the lever here in order to go up. One, I think when you're on Airbnb actually, what are people doing? They're searching up Airbnb and they're going to a location, looking up guest count, bedroom count, price. All those things are going into the search algorithm in order to push the right amount of listings either on the first page or within the right amount of ranking based on their filter. We want to increase those inputs or position ourselves the best relative to our competitors. Number two, clicks. How does someone actually click on our listing once they search us up? Once again, 12 to 18% of the time, we want to be clicked on Airbnb when people are scrolling through. Also, not many people scroll past page one. So very important, we get our impressions rate in order to give ourselves the best odds to hit these numbers and also get above 18% on this conversion rate right here. Well, one, the biggest thing you have on your listing, the biggest lever you can pull is your cover photo. One, is it good? And two, does it stand out from everyone else? Or is it the exact same photo that everyone and their mother is putting on Airbnb? What I mean by that, everyone is showing a hot tub on their back porch. Be different. There's no pattern interruption with people when they're seeing that right there. Next thing, the first 30 characters of your title, that's what people can see on Airbnb, not the last 20. So put the first 20, 30 characters, it's also different than your photo right there. Next, price also shows up right there for those certain dates. Always want to make sure the right price at the right time. And also reviews. People see bad reviews. How can I trust this? About the same thing. If you go to a random hole-in-the-wall restaurant, it's got bad reviews. I don't want food poisoning. I'm not going there. They have great reviews at a well-known restaurant. Yeah, I'm going to go there and I'm willing to spend extra money right there. Now, once we have someone actually on our listing right here, once we have someone on our listing, they're clicked on it, how do we get them to convert? Well, about 1 to 2.5% of those people to convert on our listing. What first thing they see right there is the top 5 photos. Can we keep their attention? Are they engaged? First photo, still cover photos the same. The other 4 photos, are we engaging them with different unique selling points of our property? And one thing I see hosts mess up is putting the actual bedroom right there. When you scroll down just a little bit, you actually see there's a section put actual bedroom photos right there. Why double digital real estate space? We can show it once each and show something else about your property. Next, your description. Is it truthful? And also, is it converting? Think marketing copy. This is marketing 101. How can we create something that's truthful, but also wants people to convert at a very same level, build the trust and build that credibility that your place is the place to stay. Another thing that can help is photo captions. Give people a little details of what they're actually looking at. Yes, it doesn't do the biggest lever, but it is a lever that you can pull for your property. Next, pricing. Pricing is a big factor. The biggest factor when we're talking about this right here. Revenue management 101. Some of the variables, we'll talk about that in another video. Another thing you can do as well is your cancellation policy in check with everyone else. Is it flexible? Is it strict? Super strict? Is it where it needs to be relative to all your other competitors? Is it going to make your guest feel comfortable booking at your property? Even your cleaning fee, even you can't see cleaning fee anymore. Also, it's baked into your price now. It bakes into the price when they see at the very end the guest. That goes into it. So looking at this overall right here, this is everything how Airbnb works. VRBO works the exact same way. All OTAs work the exact same way, but majority of short-term rentals, they pretty much get booked on Airbnb. So we're talking about that. The exact same principles and everything I'm talking about right here applies to every single OTA. And you know what? Most hosts are in the graveyard. They're not alive. I know, I'm very artistic. I'm very good with the whiteboard here. Anyway, your listing is probably not where it should be. You probably think it's good for you, or you think it from the guest perspective. What do they want to see? What do they want to book? Think like them. It's not just all about us all the time. You're thinking, what do I want? It's more like, what does the guest want? We are pleasing them in the hospitality space. So how can we please them at every step of the way, from where they're visiting our listing to when they're looking at our listing, want to click on it, when they want to convert? How can we go towards them? How can we serve our guests as much as possible? Being truthful, but also making sure we're doing our job from a marketing standpoint. We're actually showing and making sure we're converting at a healthy rate. These are to keep us accountable on our metrics, make sure we are converting all the way through. All we're doing here is playing a numbers game. So for example, let's take a listing that has 2,000 impressions across a span of a month, for September, let's call it. And then 2,000 goes to 30 people. Only 30 people are clicking on the listing. That's pretty bad if you ask me. And now 30 people go to 1 booking right there. If I were to think about that, it's actually not a bad conversion rate. I don't have the math off the top of my head right here. 3% conversion rate, a little more than that. Anyway, this number though is pretty bad. It's like 1 or 2, 3%. Don't know off the top of my head. Anyway, if we're to switch this around and see, okay, wow, we have bad clicks. Well, let's think. If we have a good conversion rate, a good price, with a terrible cover photo or terrible title, people don't want to click on us. We make that change with our cover photo, and we go to, okay, 100 clicks. Well, now we might get 2 bookings. We got twice the amount of volume inside of our business. We get people to enter our listing and want to book. Just because we changed our cover photo, because we have more volume inside our listing, the odds of us getting a booking go up. So the odds we get a better booking go up as well. So it's always knowing which part of a funnel is not working well right now and making changes there, because maybe the other part of the funnel is working well. Maybe we do have good prices, but do we have a good cover photo? Do we have a good title right here? If not, well, our pricing is going to suffer, and we don't want that. So we gotta make the right changes all the time. Right change, the right time. So if you don't know where your listing is ranking, you're flying blind, and now you know how to fly properly, make the right changes at the right time. So go crazy, go implement this. I know it's a whiteboard. You understand the principles now and the frameworks of how to go apply this for list optimization and make the changes. You can check it on Airbnb in your hosting section under Insights and look up how are you doing and make those right changes. Same thing for VRBO. You can see the same thing and do more calculations on VRBO to figure out the actual percentages. You still have the right data where to find what's working and what's not working for your listing.